Imagine walking into a hall of world-renowned classical musicians, only to be told you don't belong. That's exactly what happened when Taylor Swift, the global pop icon, was challenged to play the Devil's Rondo, the hardest violin piece ever written. They sneered. They laughed. They handed her the music, without a second thought. But one bow stroke later, the room fell silent, and Taylor rewrote every rule they thought they knew. Ready to witness the performance that stunned the elite? Let's dive in. The moment Taylor Swift stepped into the Grand Vienna Conservatory's hallowed recital hall, every eye narrowed in disapproval. Chandeliers dripped crystal light onto rows of polished violins and tuxedos. Today was the Academy's most exclusive event, an annual gala where only the finest classical musicians showcased their art. Taylor, clad in a simple black blouse and jeans, carried nothing but a borrowed violin case. Whispers rippled through the crowd. Isn't she that pop star? What's she doing here? At the center of it all stood Maestro Victor Rinaldi, the conservatory's star violinist. His reputation for flawless technique was matched only by his arrogance toward anyone outside his elite circle. When Taylor approached the stage, Victor's lips curled into a contemptuous smirk. He saw her as a gimmick, a celebrity cameo unworthy of the spotlight. He cleared his throat and addressed the audience. "Ladies and gentlemen, we have a surprise guest," Victor announced. "Miss Taylor Swift claims she can play. Let us see if she can handle the real challenge." Laughter followed. Taylor paused, took a breath, and simply nodded. Victor waved toward a music stand bearing an ornate score. The title read The Devil's Rondo, a piece notorious among violinists for its brutal tempo, razor-sharp passages, and relentless technical demands. Even seasoned professionals trembled at the thought of performing it. Victor's voice rang out. "Miss Swift, if you wish to earn your place here, play the first movement of the Devil's Rondo from memory. No sheet music, no do-overs." A ripple of shock ran through the hall. Murmurs of disbelief. "She'll never finish the first bar," filled the air. Phones snapped pictures. Cameras rolled. Taylor looked at the score once, then closed her eyes, lifted her borrowed violin, and stood firm. With an almost inaudible nod, she asked, "May I begin?" Victor's smug grin widened. "By all means." Taylor raised the bow and drew it across the strings. The first notes rang out, clear, confident, and perfectly in tempo. Every eye in the conservatory darted between disbelief and awe. Victor himself faltered on the podium, his baton hovering midair. As the music swelled, Taylor's fingers danced over the fingerboard with supernatural precision. The rapid spiccato passages, considered the worst nightmare of any violinist, sounded effortless beneath her bow. The audience, accustomed to measured adagios and gentle crescendos, heard instead a breathtaking torrent of notes that built to a fiery climax. When she reached the final, heart-stopping high E string, Taylor executed a flawless double-stopping flourish. Then silence. The last note faded into thin air. For a heartbeat, nothing moved. Then the hall erupted. Thunderous applause, gasps, and cries of amazement. Victor's jaw hung open as students leapt to their feet in standing ovation. Sweat beaded on Victor's brow as he descended the podium steps. Taylor set her violin down and turned to face him, her expression calm yet triumphant. He extended a trembling hand. "Where? How did you learn to do that?" he stammered. Taylor smiled and replied, "My grandmother taught me the violin before I ever wrote a song. I've practiced in secret for years." At that moment, she revealed a modest case studded with childhood music competition medals, proof that her talent ran far deeper than pop star persona. The conservatory's board members, seated in the front row, exchanged looks of astonishment. Cameras flashed. Reporters scribbled notes. Victor cleared his throat. "Miss Swift, on behalf of the Grand Vienna Conservatory, I apologize for doubting you. Your performance was nothing short of extraordinary." He bowed deeply. Taylor returned the gesture graciously, her presence commanding respect where ignorance once reigned. In the days that followed, clips of Taylor's performance, often titled "Pop Icon Dominates Classical Elite," went viral across social media. Music critics praised her seamless fusion of emotion and technique, and students at the conservatory clamored for her masterclass. The very hall that once sneered at her became her stage for a special recital, this time with Victor Rinaldi accompanying her, not as a rival, but as a mentor-turned-admirer. Together, they performed the Devil's Rondo in perfect harmony, symbolizing the union of pop and classical worlds. Taylor's story spread beyond Vienna. It became a testament to the power of hidden talent and the lesson that genius knows no genre. She proved that true artistry lies not in titles or traditions, but in the courage to accept the challenge and the discipline to master it. If this fictional tale of Taylor Swift shattering stereotypes inspired you, smash that like button, subscribe for more unbelievable stories, and ring the bell so you never miss an epic twist. Remember, never judge a musician by their cover. True genius might just be waiting in the wings.